The following is a presentation of Studio Audrain, powered by the Mexico Ledger.
Look at you, stone cold, not even nervous.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome into the Mexico Ledger Saturday morning sports show live from Slumberland here in Mexico. I'm your host, Matt Pilger, and happy Easter weekend, everybody. We're going to start off with our first guest coming out on a rainy day. Probably not a whole lot of golf going to be played today, but from Mexico High School Golf, the head coach, Becca Bates. Good morning.
Good morning.
We also have senior Haag in the house. Good morning to you, sir.
Good morning.
And we also have sophomore Karson Rowe. Good morning.
Good morning.
Glad to have you guys out here. We're going to start off with Coach Bates. As I understand it, a lot of participation in Mexico High School Golf this year. Kind of talk to us a little bit about numbers.
Yeah, we have about 18 guys that have come out. We have some pretty serious golfers. We have some that are just coming to learn, which is fine with me. Really just trying to grow the game of golf. And so if they are also committed to esports, then I welcome that. And if they have jobs, high school, it's important that they starting to work. And so we have some that are super committed and some that are just trying to learn. But 18 is a pretty big number.
Yeah, absolutely. Mac, I'll take it that you're a serious golfer. As a matter of fact, a senior here. Tell us a little bit about going into the senior season and what kind of goals do you have for this year?
I think my goals this year are probably to shoot better than I did last year. Last year I shot, my lowest score was at 86. And probably my biggest goal this year is to go to state.
Okay. Karson, you had some freshman playing experience. Kind of talk to us a little bit about how that plays into this season, if you will.
Yeah, I had a lot of nerves last year going into some of those tournaments. So just hopefully improve scores, and I think we have a good enough team this year to maybe win some team trophies.
Very nice. Coach Bates, you had mentioned 18 golfers.
18, yes.
And I think 11 of them are upperclassmen. Kind of talk a little bit about what that kind of leadership means to the golf team.
Yeah, so I have 8 seniors, which is a large number. It'll be a large number to lose, big shoes that are need to be filled. But I have a good amount of sophomores also, and so they've already shown that they're fit right in. And so I have, while we're going to miss our seniors a lot, we have some people that are willing to slide right in there. But it's really nice because most of our seniors have been there all 4 years. And so they've been pretty good examples of staying out on the golf course, staying late, and some of them are pretty dedicated. So they're good for our freshmen and sophomores to kind of watch.
Absolutely. Mac, kind of tell a little bit about what you're saying to some of the underclassmen, being a senior on the team. Do you share any advice to them, or, what do you tell them?
I'll just tell them, you can't be nervous. You got to be confident. You got to predict the ball, where it's going to go. And even playing at a young age, I knew what that was like. I played as a freshman on varsity, and I got nervous, but you just got to stay confident.
Yeah, absolutely. Karson, you were Mexico's second best finisher at districts last season. How much confidence do you have coming into this season? Feeling a little bit more confident this year?
Yeah, I think I have more confidence, but the district, the course we played at last year was tough. The greens were fast, and I think this year being at Tanglewood, I think we can have a couple guys finish a little bit higher on that leaderboard.
Absolutely. Coach Bates, I believe that you're down at Class 3 this season. You'll now share a district with Centralia. We talked to them last week, and also some other North Central Missouri Conference schools. How does that shift impact your postseason outlook and preparation?
We got a tough district. We struggled a lot. We went to Kansas City last year for districts and played some really good teams. It's weird with golf. For only having 4 classes, we kind of are all over the state. We have big groups, big districts. There's 20-something teams in our district. Some private schools from St. Louis, private schools from Kansas City. And so last year we kind of just said, hey, enjoy this nice golf course. Some days out of school, stand in a hotel room, do your best. This year, like Karson said, being at Tanglewood is really exciting. We've played there before. We have a chance to go practice that. and some schools that we see during the regular season. We still have those tough schools. Adding Centralia will be tough. They're a really great program. They got a great varsity, great JV squad, so they do really well. And then I think it's just a little bit harder for Mexico competing with some of those schools. We do better with smaller schools, a little bit better competition for us. But no, I think a real advantage of going to Tanglewood this year and getting that step ahead of the St. Louis schools who won't get to play it as much, and with it just being in Fulton, it's not too far for us.
Absolutely. Matt, go over what's the strongest part of your game, and what particular portion of your game do you need to work on the most, do you think?
I need to work on my driver and some of my irons, but the strongest part of my game is probably my chipping and my putting.
Yeah. What about for you, Karson?
I feel pretty confident in my chipping, but I think, like Max said, you got to be able to find fairways and hit good second shots if you're going to shoot low.
Very nice. Coach, what's coming up for Mexico golf in the next couple of weeks?
So we have only had one match so far. We were at Montgomery City during spring break and exceeded my expectations. It went really well. So golf's unique. You play 5 for varsity, take the 4 lowest scores, and all 4 of our lowest scores were under the number 50. And so it was a great look. Did a lot of practice between then. This week we have a home match Wednesday. And then we have our first tournament Thursday in Boonville. And so it's going to get going here pretty quick. It seems like every week until the end of school, these guys have, a 3 or 4 day school week because we just got, I think 10 matches. We have about 10 matches and probably about 5 or 6 tournaments. And so it's going to come here pretty quick. It seems like every other night we'll be on the road or gone all day for a 18-hole tournament.
Very nice. Well, listen, guys, I appreciate you coming out here this morning. Mac, what is the Breakfast of Champions for golfers? Tell us about that.
A nice chicken McBiscuit at McDonald's.
Oh, yeah. Can't go wrong with that, for sure. Thank you guys for coming out. We certainly appreciate it. Good luck on the rest of the season.
Thanks for having us.
Absolutely. Our Mexico High School golf here, the head coach, Becca Bates, senior Mac Haag, also sophomore Karson Rowe. We do want to thank our studio sponsors. As a matter of fact, our studio sponsor, Slumberland Furniture of Mexico, 0% for 36 months. Come and check that out for sure this weekend, and some great deals going on. Also, other sponsors, Arthur Center Community Health, the Weber Family of Pharmacies, the Mexico School District, United Credit Union of Mexico, Community R6 School District, and, of course, the Vanfar School District. As we get set to bring in our next set of guests here, making their way onto the set from Mexico High School Baseball. We've got assistant coach Michael Eldridge, also junior Zach Jahn, and senior Kaden Benne. And how's it going this morning, guys?
Early.
Way too early for a Saturday morning. Well, Coach Eldridge, let's talk a little bit about Mexico baseball and then the start you're off to this season, if you will.
It's been a good start. Went down to Branson. We came out 1-4, but we probably played the best competition we'll see all year. And then came back to Mexico and went on a 5-game win streak and lost a conference game to Hannibal on Thursday night that we probably shouldn't have lost. So,
yeah, going a little bit of regrouping after the Hannibal game, getting set there. Yeah. Zach, let's talk to you a little bit about last year. Had an arm surgery, as I understand it.
Yeah.
But it looks like you're back and better than ever. You're leading the team in batting average, RBIs. How rewarding has this comeback been for you this year?
It really sucked not being able to play last year and help out the team, but I'm really happy to be back this year and help them out.
Absolutely. Kaden, you've logged the most innings as a pitcher on the mound so far this year, kind of going deep into the last 2 games. How important is it for you to be that steady presence for the Bulldogs?
I definitely got to be able to throw a lot of innings because we're lacking pitching right now. Some younger guys starting to figure it out to help me out, but, everybody's got to step up on the pitching side.
Yeah, absolutely. Coach Eldridge, let's talk a little bit about some of the key contributors stepping into bigger roles this season for Mexico baseball, if you will.
Yeah, these 2 would be 2 of them. Kaden was kind of a utility guy last year, and he's kind of doing the same thing this year, but all last year he threw 24 innings, and he's already sitting at 14.1, and we're 9 games into the year. And then, like I said, Zach's a junior, didn't even get to play. He didn't play 1 inning last year. I mean, he was done before the season even started. And then we got Gatlin Denham, who's played his first varsity baseball this year as a junior, stepping in for Jaden. He's filling Sam Ryan's spot. Colton Dickey and Pearson Kleinsorger are both sophomores that are, I mean, I've played Colton at 7 positions in 10 games this year. So
Very versatile.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Pearson's catching a lot of innings. So, and then Braden Arnold's back in right field. Luckily, we got 4 kids that have gotten quality varsity time over the last 3 years, but we're fairly young this year.
Yeah. Coach just mentioned that you're filling in for Sam Ryan over at third base. Kind of talk to us a little bit about that transition defensively, especially with the expectations that come with that.
I mean, just try to knock everything down and keep it in front of me and get the out.
Yep, very nice. Kaden allowing just 5 combined runs against Eldon and Hannibal. Tell us a little bit about what's working for you mechanically and mentally out there.
Mainly just finding where the strike zone is, finding what the ref likes to call, and trying to put it where they can't hit it, obviously, But trying to get that first strike, get ahead in the account, and make them work backwards.
Absolutely. Coach, I know that you've coached a lot of youth sports, and you were an athlete in high school as well. Kind of talk a little bit about how your background shapes your approach to working with high school players now.
I try to get it through these kids on a daily basis. So my first varsity year was 2006, and I tell them all the time that 2006 was the last conference championship this town won. So it's 20 years this year, but we had a group of seniors that set the standard there, and that was really, the beginning of my competitive sports career. And it's good when you have seniors take leadership that it sets the tone. And it doesn't matter if I'm coaching my 9-year-old kid or if I'm coaching 18-year-old kids. I just try to get them to compete at practice, in games, and transition it into life, basically.
Yeah, absolutely. Zach, you're hitting cleanup and producing consistently. What's your mindset at the plate whenever your team needs you to score some runs and get a hit, if you will?
Swing the bat.
Yeah, basically just swing the bat. But try to hit the ball somewhere hard and let my other 3 that are ahead of me score.
Yeah. Senior season, what kind of expectations for you, Kaden, for baseball this year? What are some of those goals?
Some of those goals are obviously win districts, win conference, and I think this year we really want to have a 20-win season, a quality season, lots of wins. And, we play a lot of bigger schools, so we want to go out and upset them, of course.
What's it look like next couple of weeks here, Coach? I know after that Hannibal game, you're ready to get back on the field, get that put behind you.
Yeah, we have a lot of games over the next 20 days. Next week we play Moberly at Moberly on Monday, and then I believe it's Thursday we go to Fulton, and then we got the Eugene quad. So we've got 5 games next week. The following week we play, I think, 4 games in 6 days. So it's going to be a busy schedule for the next few weeks. And like what we tell these kids on a daily, we got to get some of these younger kids to step up. We got a lot of pitching to fill in.
Yeah.
So
no doubt.
That's what we lost last year. We lost a lot of pitching. We lost 25 innings, and Jaden we lost 22, and Sam. So I got 4 consistent pitchers right now, and we're still weaning this one back onto the mound. So got to be cautious there. But it's going to be a busy 2 weeks.
There is no doubt about that. I know that we were going to try and get you out here the next couple of Saturdays, but it's traveling all over the state of Missouri, if you will. What's kind of the mindset for you guys getting ready to go into the hectic part of the season, if you will?
Mainly just trying to stay healthy, Coach Scott's got us doing all these stretches, keep our arms healthy, legs healthy, and just overall keep our bodies healthy and stay mentally strong to go out and win games.
No doubt about it. What's the identity of this team? Is it offense? Is it defense? Or are you still kind of looking for that identity?
We live on defense. Also lost a lot of RBIs last year and a lot of hits. So I take pride in defense, and that's why I'm there. But Kaden probably pitched the best game you'll see him pitch this year in Hannibal, and I hope that's not the case. He threw 31 pitches in the first inning, and he threw 58 the rest of the game.
Wow.
So, but we have a defense to take us anywhere we want to take it, and it's looking up.
Yeah. Well, I'll throw the cliche out there. Defense wins championships.
It
So,
does. These kids think it doesn't all day long, but defense wins. It still wins championships.
all right. Well, listen, guys, I appreciate you getting up early. Best of luck on the rest of the season. We'd like to get you back out here, before the season ends or maybe even after. So we'll stay in contact.
Sounds good.
All
Thank you.
right.
Thank you, Matt.
Mexico High School baseball assistant coach Michael Eldridge, also junior Zach Jahn and senior Kaden Benne here. And we want to thank our studio sponsor once again, Slumberland Furniture of Mexico, the Arthur Center Community Health, Weber Family of Pharmacies, the Mexico School District, Community R6 School District, and the Van Far School District, as we get set to welcome in our next guest, all the way from Iowa, Kirkwood. It's Claire Hudson, everybody, and thanks for coming out this morning.
Thank you for having me.
You didn't have to drive all the way this morning from Iowa,
No,
right?
I was
Okay.
home yesterday.
You were home already. Well, let's talk a little bit about the season for Kirkwood. 30-5 overall, 30 wins, one of the top records in the NJCAA Division II. Kind of tell us a little bit about your season there.
Our coach has been there for 37 years. He knows what he's doing. We came in with 11 freshmen. We only had 2 returners, so we knew that it was going to take a lot to adapt. So the beginning of the season was a little bit rough, which he expected, but we still didn't lose a game until we played a tournament over Christmas break. So that was our first loss. And then we ended up losing 2 more regular season games. Both of those were rough losses. Shouldn't have lost. Off days, wasn't shooting well. But we ended up making it to the national championship, and everything kind of clicked there for us. We played the best basketball of the entire season, which is what it takes in the national tournament. And that's how we ended up going as far as we did.
Absolutely. A second place finish in the national tournament, as I understand it. So an outstanding season. And you just mentioned your coach had been coaching for 37 years. And I think you were telling me that this was actually his last season. He's retiring. Is that right?
Yep, so he just announced on Tuesday that he is retiring. Heartbreaking for all of us, but very happy that he is putting family first and going to take his own time for him. But we will miss him a lot.
Give a shout out to your coach this morning, if you will. See,
Kim Mule,
yeah.
he has an overall record of 1,109 wins and 9 national championships.
And he was honored at the women's Final Four
He
last
was.
night. Is that right? Did you get to see that?
Yeah, he got flown out to Phoenix and was on like a talk show before the game. And then I think at halftime of one of the games, he got to walk out and was with the rest of the class that is going to be inducted into the WNBA Hall of Fame this June.
Absolutely. Now, I think you brought a medal along
I
with
did.
you. That'll be nice to have on your trophy case, I'm sure. Talk about that success in that playoff run. What was working the most for the team?
So to get to the national championship, we got upset. We lost to a team that we'd already beat twice in the season, DMAC. So when
You're
you,
still thinking about that game, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
rough loss.
Right.
So after you lose that game, you have to get at-large bid to make it to nationals. So we were ranked within the top 5 all season, and that's the only reason that we got to go to nationals. So we got the 4th at-large bid, ranked 6th in the national tournament, which was in Hickory, North Carolina. So we found out on a Monday, and we flew out on Friday. So mentally, we had a reset altogether after that loss. Came together, talked about what went wrong, what each player needs to do individually, 1 through 14, played, didn't play, just completely reset our minds. But we also didn't know if we were going to nationals. So we had to have 8 days of practice, going harder than we had since preseason. And then just the uncertainty was hard. But we got that bid on Monday, so practiced hard 2 more days, went to Chicago Thursday, flew out Friday. And then once we were there, we just got into a routine. We played 4 games in 6 days. So keeping that routine was really nice for us. We would get up, shoot around, eat lunch, leave at around the same time because we played the same time every game except except the national championship. So that I think just being in the routine really clicked for us, and having that mental reset just helped us play together as a team. And after the loss, coach said, like, I'm so proud of you guys. Like, you weren't supposed to be here. You just got second. We'd been trying to get you guys to click like this for 35 games. But at least it happened the most important time of the year.
Yeah, special season as the coach goes out and retires, and now the search for a new coach goes on. You guys, the gals, will have a little bit of an input on that, right?
Yep, so our AD did come and talk to us after he announced on Tuesday that he is retiring. They opened the job on Tuesday. They will just have interviews with people throughout the next month. He told all of us that we would be able to sit in on the interviews, talk to the coach, just feel him out. Kirkwood is a very good school that values their athletes' opinions. We get input on a lot of things, and so I think getting an input on our new coach is going to be really good and help us all feel better about it, because getting recruited to Kirkwood, nobody had to question if the coach knew what he was doing. But with having such big shoes to fill, I think we'll have very good people coming in wanting his job, and our 2 assistants are also staying, so that will be good for us.
Very nice. You know a couple of good local coaches around here. You might be able to give them a shout out during this process, right?
Yeah.
All right.
All the way up to Cedar Rapids. Bring your coats.
It's cold up there, no doubt. Well, listen, congratulations on the great season. Great to see you back, and best of luck next season as well.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. From the Kirkwood Eagles, Claire Hudson here this morning, as we thank our studio sponsor once again, Slumberland Furniture of Mexico. Special going on right now, 0% for 36 months. Come and check that out for sure. Also, Arthur Center Community Health, the Weber family of pharmacies, the United Credit Union of Mexico, the Mexico School District, the Van Far School District, and of course, Community, our 6th school district. Our next guest coming in after her senior season, she's graduated, and we're going to find out what she's going to be up to. Mya Miller from Columbia College, and thanks for coming out this morning.
Thanks for having me.
Man, we're glad to have you here. I can't believe it was your senior season, but what a way to go out. 31-2 and an 18-0 mark in the American Midwest Conference. Let's just break this season down. Your senior season, I don't think it could have gone any better, could it?
No. So we won pretty much all of first semester, came home for Christmas break. Next game back, we ended up losing. We absolutely should have won that game. We were up 9 with 3 minutes maybe. But just coaching error, player error, we lost. But we still knew that we were going to be successful. We didn't lose in conference at all, not in regular season, not in the conference tournament. And then we made a little bit of a postseason run, not too much.
You came up against the top team there.
Yes.
in that second loss. I mean, yeah. Of course, it's tough competition, right?
So we went to nationals. We won the first round, turned around and played the next day, and ended up losing to the team that won the whole tournament. So,
yeah.
I'd rather lose to them than someone else. So
no doubt, a 20-game win streak in there as well. Talk a little bit about that feeling whenever you're winning that many games in a row, and what's that like in the locker room and for the morale of the team?
I think before we had that loss, when we had our win streak still, we were on top of the world. We had that loss that gave us a reality check, and then the rest of the season. We knew, we're locked in already. We just have to continue to do what we do, and we'll be just fine.
You were in Indianapolis,
yes,
as I understand
yes.
it. What's that atmosphere like, playing playoff basketball, in Indianapolis and in that kind of a venue?
Well, we did go to an NBA game
Okay.
while we were down there, so we got a feel for that
A
atmosphere.
Pacers game? Or?
Yes.
Okay.
But being at Marion, playing there, we had two practices maybe before we played there, so we got a feel for the gym. But the atmosphere is crazy. I've been to the national tournament all 4 years, and this one was more special just because we had a greater chance of winning, and we knew that we could. So it was pretty cool. It was cool to be there. It was cool to know, like, you have a good chance of winning. Like, you played well all season. Like, why not one more?
Yeah, why not
Yeah.
one more? What comes next for you, Mya? I know that you graduate. Didn't your coach graduate along with you this year?
Yes, so he graduated with his master's degree. I graduated with a bachelor's in sports management and business administration and minored in finance. And then after I graduated in December, I went on to study athletic administration until basketball was done. And I just finished those classes.
You're going to be an AD at a high school here sometime soon, maybe?
Oh, no.
No, oh, no. Okay.
I'm going to be a coach.
All right.
But I'm actually moving to Springfield.
Oh, you are? Okay.
I'm going down to Evangel to be their graduate assistant for their women's team.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Well, that's some breaking news here. So you'll have to keep
Yeah.
us updated for that.
Will do.
What's the support been like from your hometown, whenever you have this huge run with Columbia College?
It's been great. It's been better than I could have ever thought. I really appreciate everyone here. I appreciate you for always reaching out. I don't know. It feels great.
Yes.
It's so nice to have a support system, especially from your hometown. Like, Mexico will always be home to me no matter what, no matter where I go. So
You make us all proud, Mya Miller.
Thank
I will
you.
tell you that for sure. So
Thanks.
thank you so much. Best of luck on your future endeavors, and thanks for coming out this morning.
thank you so much.
Miss Mya Miller from Columbia College here, and we thank our studio sponsor once again, Slumberland Furniture of Mexico. 0%, 36 months. Arthur Center Community Health, Weber Family of Pharmacies, United Credit Union of Mexico, Mexico School District, and the Community R6 School District, along with Vanfar School District. And as we come to the running on a little bit of a time constraint, but we want to welcome in our Vanfar Indians High School baseball head coach Cameron Huff, and also freshman Cooper Huff. Good morning, guys.
Good morning. Good morning.
I know you drove a long way, Coach. Let's just get to it. A younger roster this year. Talk a little bit about the program, if you will.
So we do have a younger roster, but we do have some seniors that have been in the program for quite a while. So, we've been off to a rocky start, but we're hoping that we figure it out with the younger guys, getting them some experience. They're nervous, varsity games, so trying to figure all that stuff out. So
Yeah, well, it's early in the season. We do want to talk to you, Cooper. You're a catcher, freshman, getting a lot of playing time now. Kind of tell us a little bit about the adjustment to make to the speed and physicality of high school baseball.
Oh yeah, it's definitely different. I just try to stay on time, get my timing down while I'm on deck. So just trying to stay through a ball, drive it, get singles, try to get on base, you know what I mean?
Absolutely. Coach, let's talk a little bit about, the schedule this year, what kind of a district that you're in, who are some of the teams that you're looking to compete with?
So our district typically falls with the same kind of teams, Louisiana, Clopton, Silex, us. We're always the four main teams in there, and then depending on the year with class-wise, we'll either see Paris or Sturgeon. This year, Paris is in the district, and so is South Shelby. South Shelby fell down, so.
Very nice. Just want to let everybody know on the Facebook Live, we are running out on our time constraints, but you can go to the Mexico Ledger YouTube channel and finish up the show there. And, we're going to continue to talk to Cooper here. You're hitting in the top 3 of the order as a freshman. How much confidence does that give you, knowing that the coaches trust you in those big spots?
Yeah, it definitely gives me confidence. Just, as a freshman, usually you don't hit that high, you know what I mean? It's just trying to stay calm, like just adjust. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Coach, I know you said you've got a lot of underclassmen this year. What are some of the things that you're kind of trying to work on with the guys right now?
Yeah, so it's more along the line, getting them up to speed. We have some guys that have been playing some club ball, and just understanding that, yeah, you play club ball, but you're playing against 18-year-olds now, not just your age group. So, you know, and we do a little bit things different at the high school level versus club ball level, because club ball, you're more about yourself rather than the whole overall team. Where high school, we have our goals of, you know, competing, winning a district championship, making that state run, doing what's best for the team, not for yourself. So just trying to get those guys to understand and buy in to kind of the culture that has been kind of set the last few years by the upperclassmen, and just getting ready for the overall physicality of varsity baseball. So.
Yeah. What about some of your personal goals for this season? Tell us a little bit about that.
Personal goals, you know, just like batting well, doing my job, doing my part as a freshman, not letting like as many pass balls as a catcher, but like really I want to win like as a team, you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. Understand that completely. Coach, are you finding out a little bit about the identity of your team? I kind of asked that earlier, but what is VanFar baseball? What's their identity?
So we're still, we're 0-4, so I think we're still trying to figure that out. I would like to say that our identity is to, you know, be a well-rounded team with solid defense, good pitching, and then use our speed and our ability to small ball, which we've kind of started doing. We scored 8 runs against North Cal the other night on 3 hits because of small ball, aggressive base running, stuff like that. It's just the defensive side and the pitching just isn't up to speed yet. So that's what we're really trying to hone in on our identity over the next few weeks. I heard you talking to Mexico a while ago. We have 9 games in the next 13 days. So
wow.
Just kind of like that with the Mexico squad. So
up and down the roads of Missouri, that's for sure.
Yes.
Small ball, I think about Whitey Herzog. Do you know who Whitey Herzog is?
I do not.
Okay, Coach,
I do.
what about some of these old school managers? You know, in baseball, do you talk to your kids a little bit about that?
To an extent. It's really kind of challenging to get them to understand like the older style of baseball. They're so used to this new style, launch angle, trying to just hit home runs, and they think that if you hit 220 with 20 home runs, you're a good hitter. And I'm like, no, I'd rather you sitting around like 315 with maybe 1 home run. You know, like I would rather have that. So, you know, trying to get them to understand that, you know, it's not just about the long ball. It's about, you know, getting on base percentage, stuff like that. So
Absolutely. Cooper, you watch a lot of Major League Baseball, or
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Who's your team? Who's your player?
My team's definitely the Cardinals.
Good man.
I kind of like Mason Wynn.
Yeah.
Before Yachty retired, he was my guy.
Oh.
So
All right, definitely brownie points for you, sir, here on the Mexico Ledger Saturday morning sports show. Listen, guys, best of luck on the rest of the season. Thank you for coming out this morning.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hope to have you guys back again soon. From VanFar Indians Baseball, the head coach Cameron Huff, also freshman Cooper Huff. And we want to thank our studio sponsor here, Slumberland Furniture of Mexico. I've been telling you about it all morning long. 0%, 36 months. You'll have to come and check that out for yourselves. Also, the Arthur Center Community Health, Weber Family of Pharmacies, United Credit Union of Mexico, the Mexico School District, Community R6 School District, and the VanFar School District. Big thanks to our producer, Jeremy Jacob. Check out all of his articles in the Mexico Ledger. I'm your host, Matt Pilger, and this has been another edition of the Mexico Ledger Saturday Morning Sports Show, live from Slumberland.